Are you too hot? Beat the summer heat with a window AC unit from Davis Appliance and Furniture for as low as $299. We offer a cool, no credit needed financing options to meet your needs. For the brands you trust at the lowest prices in town, visit us at Davis Appliance and Furniture.
When you call my all, that's all.
What makes the Eichholz Law Firm different?
For starters, we've served this community for over 45 years.
And we know that every client is unique. We consider you friends, neighbors, and family.
We prove it in the way we fight tirelessly for your justice.
Let the Eichholz Law Firm fight for the justice you deserve.
Watch WRDW News at 5:30 weekdays for What the Tech. Sponsored by Augusta Preparatory Day School, leading the CSRA in STEM education. Trust Chief Meteorologist Riley Hale for your first alert.
Welcome to Davis Appliance and Furniture, where you can find the best deals in town. We offer new and used appliances, and we service what we sell. We offer no credit needed financing and delivery options to meet your needs. For the top brands at the lowest prices in town, visit us at Davis Appliance and Furniture.
Thanks for watching News 12 on your side.
You're watching News 12 live at 5. Continues.
It is almost that time. In less than 48 hours from now, Fort Gordon will be renamed Fort Eisenhower. Just ahead, we'll show you how everybody is preparing for the big event.
But first, developing tonight, a suspect is now in custody for a shooting over the weekend that sent a young mother to the hospital with severe injuries. 30-year-old Dion Hamilton is facing several charges, including 3 counts of aggravated assault. This all happening Sunday in the Richwood Drive area in South Augusta. Now that mother is wondering if she'll ever be able to walk again.
Hallie Turner is live in our newsroom. And Hallie, her young son was just feet away when she was shot.
Yeah, Mayor, the mother is beyond distraught, as you can imagine. She says the very place her son loves to be, their front yard, is no longer a safe place. It's where her life changed forever. And her home security camera captured the shooting, and she wants you to see it. But it's a warning that it's difficult to watch, and you hear gunshots and some screaming. Right here, you can see she is cleaning out her car for the one thing she says was on the family calendar, a trip to the corn maze. Within 30 seconds, their plans are shattered. Deputies say that's 30-year-old Dion Hamilton in the red jacket, pulling the trigger 5 times. The young mother was hit just once. Hamilton is now behind bars, facing several charges, including 3 counts of aggravated assault. Mom is in the ICU, but she found the strength between doctors' visits to talk to me by phone today.
Would I have ever thought that, on a Sunday, I'm going to get ready to take my son to Steve's Dairy, I would be shot and potentially laying in a bed, not knowing if I'm paralyzed for life.
Now, she just found out they can't remove the bullet or she'll lose any chance of walking again. But again, she wanted to tell her story because this could happen to anyone at any time. She has so much to say, and we'll hear more from her tonight on News 12 at 6 o'clock.
Thanks, Hallie. And just seeing this happen in broad daylight with her little boy walking just ahead of her, no words. I mean, there are no words. I was just about to say,
it's a loss of words to see something like that happen in your front yard, in a neighborhood, too. Again, like you said, in broad daylight. Incredible video to watch. Very scary as well. Thanks for keeping us updated, Hallie. We look forward to that story, all new tonight on News 12 at 6 o'clock.
And westbound. Going out to Grovetown next, you can see Lewiston Road starting to get a little bit busy there, and some good fall color popping on our Grovetown cam. But luckily, it doesn't look like there's too many accidents there right at I-20 and Lewiston Road. Have another look at that forecast for you in just a bit.
Thanks, Riley. GHSA Softball State Elite 8 is underway.
News 12 Sports Director Dan Booth joins us live from Columbus, where 5 of our local teams are starting off a day full of playoff softball action.
Meredith and Will, as you mentioned, all 5 of our local teams that are in Columbus hit the diamond today with hopes of bringing home a state championship back to the CSRA. Now, as you can hear behind me, this atmosphere has been incredible all day long, and it's certainly been an emotional roller coaster for everybody here, including our local teams. And our first game of the day was no exception. Glasscock County ended up losing in the 7th inning. They took a 2-0 lead into the top of the 7th, and they ended up coming up on the wrong side of a 3-2 final score. That was a tough loss for them in heartbreaking fashion. In Class 6A, Grovetown ran into a buzzsaw. They didn't have enough going on offense because Maddie Veal had a no-hitter for Noonan through 6 2/3, which was an incredible pitching performance by her. They'll have another shot to get back at it tomorrow and get something going on offense. Harlem ended up falling up on the wrong side of a 9-0 score in Class 3A. They had a slow start and just weren't able to get back on track. And then Washington Wilkes won their game today as well. They were the one local team that we had that did in fact win. And we have GMC knocking off Emmanuel County today as well. So it was a tough overall day for a lot of our local teams. 4 out of the 5 of them lost, except for Washington Wilkes, who came out on top and has a chance to advance into the further parts of the winners bracket. But regardless, all of our games are double elimination, which means all of our teams will be in action tomorrow one more time with a chance to keep their hopes of winning state alive. That's it for sports. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Everybody still has a chance.
Absolutely. We're glad to see double elimination. Hoping a lot of our teams can make it closer to the end. Thanks for that update, Dan. Well, new details tonight about a pay controversy that led to the exit of Wagner Fire Chief David Watson. Mayor Mike Miller confirming that Watson resigned last week, saying it was about overtime issues. A new report from the Wagner Police Department classifies this offense as fraud and breach of trust. Their investigation uncovered that Watson's pay stub showed 20 to 26 hours of overtime every week. That cost the city more than $42,000, according to that report. The chief of police says the investigation has now been turned over to SLED. Of course, we'll keep you updated as we learn more with this case.
It's been 3 days since 39-year-old Anthony Smith was hit and killed on Gordon Highway. The sheriff's office confirms with us the woman charged, Megan Burton, is now out on bond. Smith's family is asking for justice in Anthony's name.
We just want justice. We want peace. We want to put my brother at peace. My brother isn't even in the ground. He hasn't even had his friends and family come tell him goodbye. My brother is laying in a box, cold, the way he did when he died on these streets.
Smith is just the latest pedestrian to die in the area. He is the 5th in the last 3 weekends. Happening right now, Democrats under Georgia's Gold Dome say they are frustrated with Governor Brian Kemp's Medicaid plan.
A program to help 300,000 Georgians has only 1,300 people signed up. Our State House reporter Abby Kasoris spoke with lawmakers who are calling for a complete overhaul of the system.
Nearly 4 months after launching the program, the response has been called underwhelming. Democrats say the program is too confusing and it takes too long to get benefits. Kathy Johnson is one of roughly 3 million Georgians who rely on Medicaid.
Call-in system, the way they have it set up, that is blocking people from getting access to Medicaid.
When asked about the state's Medicaid program, she says
it's not working.
Democrat state lawmakers Senator Gloria Butler and Representative Sam Park feel the complicated system needs a total overhaul.
Let's end the governor's failed experiment and expand Medicaid.
The Pathways program is one of Governor Kemp's key priorities.
A full expansion of Medicaid costs too much.
Georgians who make $14,000 or less annually can apply. The Democrat lawmakers pushing for the change say work requirements and red tape leave 1.4 million Georgians without insurance, uncovered and unsafe.
I think that would be a great question for the governor and his administration as to whether or not they think 1,300 people enrolled in the first 3 to 4 months is acceptable.
A spokesperson from Governor Kemp's office did respond to some of the claims from the press conference today, saying, quote, Governor Kemp's policies have led to over 600,000 Georgians gaining health insurance through the reinsurance program, expanded Medicaid for new mothers, and brought innovation to the Medicaid program through the only waiver granted in the entire country. Meanwhile, the Democrats' proposal would kick over 200,000 Georgians off private health insurance. In Atlanta, I'm Abby Kasoris.
On Thursday, Fort Gordon will become Fort Eisenhower. Now, this is a move made by Congress to rename military bases, installations, and posts that commemorate Confederate leaders.
And soon to be Fort Eisenhower is the last of 9 posts to undergo this change. Our Taylor Martin shows us how this goes way beyond just changing a few signs.
It's been years in the making, and now we're just 2 days away from the renaming of Fort Gordon to Fort Eisenhower. Leaders say the new name was a community effort. And with it will come new names for roads, water towers, and multiple different buildings. It's a project totaled at just over $1 million. In 2022, the Congressional Naming Commission met with leaders at Fort Gordon and with members of the community to pick a name that not only resonated with the service members, but with the entire city of Augusta. Now, as they prepare for the big day on Friday, they've still got the community in mind.
We've tried to tie in the CSRA community really with all different components of the ceremony, from building and designing our new crest that we're using for our organization to the quote that's being used on the newly made Eisenhower bust.
Only on News 12 at 6 o'clock, we're digging into the significance of this renaming and the community impact Fort Gordon has had. Reporting in Augusta, Taylor Martin, on your side.
And again, this is happening on Friday, not Thursday. News 12 will be there. Happening this weekend, North Augusta is getting into the Halloween spirit with the Jack-O-Lantern Jubilee. It is a 2-day festival with live music and vendors right there on Georgia Avenue. So much fun. This year, music performances will include 7-time Grammy Award winner Toby Mac and Sister Hazel. The event kicks off Friday. It runs through Saturday. For more information, you can check out our website. And the best part of these concerts, they're free.
We like free things.
Yes,
like
you don't
free
have to.
food.
Yep, you don't have to pay it. Well, the food you have to buy. The concert is free.
I tried to,
You did.
find a loophole with
You
this.
did.
It's still a great event. We'll get out there. It's free. It's free. Just remember that. Well, it's a call no parent wants to get, that their child was left at the wrong school bus stop and is missing, but it happened to one South Carolina mother who's sharing her story coming up next. Riley.
Well, we are going to stay nice and dry for outdoor plans over the next couple of days, but temperatures will be warming up. We'll have a look at some hotter highs just after the break. All the way through Monday afternoon, but much cooler Halloween into the first week of November.
All right, thanks, Riley. A South Carolina mother is sharing the nightmare that she lived through. She says that she got a call from police that her young autistic son was found by a stranger miles away from home.
Now, the cause of this, he was dropped off at the wrong school bus stop. As Ashley Listrom explains, it was his first day of kindergarten.
It just makes you realize that, you're putting your trust in somebody else to care for your child, and for that to happen, it's just really scary.
Caitlin Safa takes her job as a mom seriously. When she's not with her son, she expects others to take just as much care.
After speaking with the police, it was found out that he was let off at the wrong stop.
Safa says she had a bad feeling about letting her son ride the bus at the start of the school year. She was reassured bus drivers would take care of her boy, but on an afternoon at the end of August, that bad feeling turned into a reality. Kind strangers found Safa's son, who has autism and is nonverbal, nearly 2 miles from home.
I guess a Good Samaritan's house had found him.
That family called the police. A police report shows the Carolina Forest Elementary School student was dropped off along Desert Wheatgrass Drive. But the report states the 5-year-old's bus stop is listed as Cadence Academy Preschool along West Perry Road. Officers then called Safa, saying her son wasn't where he was supposed to be.
The first emotion was probably terror. Where is my son? What's going on? Who has him? And how did this happen?
A spokesperson for the school district says the district changed a number of stops this school year, causing confusion. But Safa says the situation is still disturbing.
It just it gets you upset that they're not doing something about it when they've had plenty of time to do something about it.
Experts suggest writing your contact information inside your child's book bag or their lunchbox so that if they're found, they have that information right there on hand.
If you never, ever ever want to use another password, passkeys could be the best news you've heard all week. I'm Jamie Tucker. Coming up, I'll show you how to set them up and how to use them. It's easy. Just call George St. Gentry Lawyers at all.
Huge
Hey, Chill, what's the matter?
Man, this name change is stressing me out.
Everyone will know we still specialize in Medicare.
Yeah, I know that. What about this?
Are you 64.com?
When the unexpected happens, who do you turn to? My law firm helps people who've been hurt in a car wreck. When the unexpected happens, George St. Gentry Lawyers is there for you. Getting help is easy. Just call George St. Gentry Lawyers at all.
Huge companies like Amazon, Apple, and Google are aiming to get rid of passwords altogether by using something called a passkey.
Now, passkeys use your fingerprint or Face ID to sign into your accounts. Our consumer tech reporter Jamie Tucker shows us how to set up passkeys for yourself.
What the Tech, sponsored by Augusta Preparatory Day School.
I hate passwords as much as the next guy, but they're essential in securing your bank account, credit card, social media, email, and shopping accounts. But passkeys are supposed to be more secure and a lot easier to use, and you'll never need to remember a password after you set them up. Passkeys are easy to use on smartphones. You've probably seen these pop-up prompts already, leading you to create and save passkeys. And then when you go to log into an account, you'll just scan your face or use your fingerprint scanner instead of a password. First, you will need to be logged into the account, which you probably are. Then you'll need to opt in for two-factor authentication, which requires a password and a second confirmation. You'll need a passkey app like Google Authenticator. Now, adding a passkey on an Apple device is easy if you do it when prompted. And if you're logged into Google on an iPhone, log out and then log back in using your password. Apple will then prompt you to set up a passkey. If you're logging in on a MacBook, you'll be able to log in by simply touching the fingerprint scanner. On a Windows PC, when you sign into an account, you'll be prompted to use your smartphone to scan a QR code on the computer screen. The phone will then scan your face, which will log you into the account. Android phones will use the Google Authenticator app. You won't need your username or password. Just tap the fingerprint scanner on the back of the phone. I found passkeys are easier to use, and it eliminates those text messages where you get the secret codes and have to enter those to log into an account. My advice, though, is to set these up when you're prompted by Google or Apple. It can be a little confusing to do it on your own. That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
All right, thank you for that, Jamie. Looking ahead to our weekend, we got Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee Saturday. Weather looks great for that. High temps will be warm, though, most likely in the mid-80s both days this weekend. Now look at that 7-day just after a quick break.
Accidents turn there to compare. See how the Clover Health Medicare Advantage plan gives you more.
Hurt in an accident and getting the runaround from the insurance company? Sound the alarm. Call the Strong Arm.
An accident puts your life on hold. Don't let the insurance company do the same. The sooner you call, the sooner I'll start fighting for you.
All right, a live look outside of our building. A beautiful afternoon, despite a few clouds moving overhead. Those are going to stick around this evening, but we'll start to clear out as we head into later tonight. Pretty warm today. We did get close to 80, currently still in the mid-70s. And if you're heading out this evening, no need for the jacket. Our temperatures are going to stay in the 60s through at least around midnight. By tomorrow morning, if you are hitting the links, we got morning wake-up temps in the mid-50s, possibly some fog early into the day, but a beautiful afternoon to be on the golf course with highs back near 80 for our Thursday. Once we get into the weekend, our high temps will increase into the mid-80s, mostly sunny both days this weekend. Next week is when we see our temperatures cool down. By Halloween into Wednesday, our high temps will only be into the 60s, and we are looking at temperatures to finally cool off a little bit, but enjoy the warm weather while it lasts.
We're in that weird time where you need to wear a jacket in the morning and then you take it off by the afternoon at this point. All right, thanks for keeping us updated, Riley. We'll have more news, weather, and sports coming up on News 12 at 6 o'clock.